We gotta open this up while I start working, Teej. There's no time. We got until the end of tonight because HRE comes tomorrow, Teej. Explain it to him.
We have, I think, close to 10 pieces of the StreetHunter kit right now. And let me just let you guys know from this timeline that you guys are seeing this video, we have, I think, 12 days until SEMA starts. So we have a car here that is completely stock. Nothing is cut up. We don't even have a body kit that is really ready yet. This is our first look at this, and you guys are seeing these pieces right as I'm seeing them. I haven't seen any of this stuff before you. We need to kind of lay out what we're gonna be doing today and really need to address how much work needs to be done. So you'll notice a lot of these pieces are just straight up from the 3D printer. They went straight to SOS. I did some light primer work on these pieces. As you can see, they're still a little bit rough. Some pieces are in better condition than others. They wanted to do a full test to see what they can get the product to look like. So here's a pretty good finish of what a completely primed piece looks like. And then here is like only 1 or 2 steps in the process. So we're starting a little bit raw here, but as you see in this video, we're gonna be trimming a lot of these pieces. Pretty much, we're gonna be doing complete body work on these pieces to fit today. When they come out of the 3D printer, there's a lot of excess material here that's gonna need to be cut off. So for example, you can kind of see this piece goes right here, but it doesn't sit how it should because there's too much surface on the inside, so it doesn't sit flush. So there's a lot to do here. There's a lot to accomplish. Our goal for today is actually to try to get all of these pieces on the car. I'm gonna quickly interrupt today's video to remind you guys that this Saturday we're gonna be at North Carolina, Charlotte for a meet and greet at Tuner Evo. So if you're close to the area, this is our last tour stop of the whole entire year. The BRZ is gonna be there, and this is our first time coming to this area, so I really hope we get to see a lot of you guys out there. All the ticket information will be linked down below in the description of this video. Hope to see you this Saturday, and we're about to hit 600,000 followers on my personal Instagram, and I know that I'm gonna be too busy over the next couple days to remember it, so I want to say a huge thank you for that. And because of that, we're doing a 35% off the whole entire website at thehuntingcompany.com right now. No coupon codes required. Everything right now on the site is marked down 35% off, and it goes for the next 24 hours. So take advantage while you can, and let's get back to today's video. We have a couple timelines that we need to make with this car. For example, tomorrow HRE is gonna be here and they need to scan the inner fender walls of these cars, and they need to scan the depths on which the new kit creates for the wheels. And they're gonna be here tomorrow because that's literally the last point in time that they can promise us that they're gonna have wheels made to fit our timeline. So we at least need to try to get the front fenders on the car and the rear fenders on the car, so we can at least take our scans and see how much space we have to fit wheels. So I don't know how much we're gonna get done today, but not only is Calvin gonna be here, I'm gonna be here. Dylan from Street Fighter LA is gonna come down. I believe he's bringing one more hand, and if need be, we have the OG daddy grandpa in the back over there. Not Calvin, a little farther back, Mick, who's done quite a few body kits in his timeline. I'm just here to watch. Have a good feeling. We're gonna get a lot done today, but this is it. It is time to cut this car and start taking it all apart. So as we're filming here today, this is Tyler. He's gonna be filming a pretty good cinematic video. So he's gonna be here floating around and getting some shots, so don't mind him. But at the moment, right now, I think Calvin has taken charge and he wants to start on trying to figure out our hood over fender first. So before we go ahead and destroy the paint, we're gonna put a lot of tape on the car to make sure we can just throw the pieces on and off and not worry about scratching anything. What makes this really difficult is we have every piece for the car right now except the side skirts, the front lip, and the rear wing. Now what makes that a little bit scary is without the side skirts being here, we are going off of what we assume the side skirts are gonna fit like. I know that sounds kind of weird because you're like, Teej, what do you mean? Everything should line up. You don't need the side skirts to figure out that it fits and whatnot. But what I'm trying to say is if we are off by a couple millimeters with mounting the whole entire front fender section and it doesn't match up with the exact computer diagrams of the side skirts, we're gonna see that when the side skirts come in tomorrow. So a lot of this stuff is gonna be a little bit dicey. It's gonna take a lot of triple and double checking. So starting this first is definitely a little bit scary, but Calvin is just taking charge and just sending it right away. I went ahead and kind of cut some of the excess material, or I've marked where some excess material doesn't belong. I'm pretty sure that doesn't belong, so let's hope we don't overcut here. But if you can imagine, this is supposed to be the front bumper right here. So we need to get rid of all this negative material, and all this negative material needs to go.
So as you can see, there's a whole bunch of excess material back here, but What we don't know is how much we need to keep. And something TJ pointed out to me was that this over fender piece goes on the hood. So when you open the hood, it goes with the hood. I didn't think of that. So that poses a huge issue at the moment, because when you mount this fender up, it needs to project out a certain distance. And when we got this fender, this underside scaffolding was cut out. I think I got this piece really close, a few more millimeters to get to the bumper, but look at how they fit together. Oh,
Fits together really nice, but what I don't know yet is how far we're supposed to be hanging off from the backside. And I don't know the best way to explain that. And a whole nother degree that we have to think about too is making sure that our wheel arch is like proper and is spaced accordingly, which is one of the super hard things to like kind of explain. So our team has oh, my lens is all screwed. Dude, we need new cameras in this. Our team has finally assembled. I got Calvin on here, we got me on here, we have Diego here, and we have Dylan here. Dylan, oh, sorry I put you on blast, Dylan. Dylan is a huge factor in Street Fighter, so huge shout out to Dylan. He's gonna be here helping us getting this done today. I don't know where Diego's over here. Diego's also helping out, gonna make this thing nice and ready for us. So we're gonna be taping up both these sides. While I was gone, everyone kind of just started stripping the fender wells and stuff and took the wheels off. So we need to take off our side skirts. Everyone, you guys all developed a plan while I was gone, but we're pretty much gonna take off these side skirts, get everything taped up, and Calvin actually got this front piece fitted. So one of the main reasons as to why I kind of wanted to wait for Dylan to get here is Dylan had a big role in the engineering side, and he did a lot of communication with the engineers when they were developing this kit on the 3D scan. And what I was trying to kind of tell you guys earlier is it's gonna be important that we don't cut away too much of what the width of the kit is supposed to be, and we don't know what that is yet in reality because I only know it by computer rendering. I know it doesn't make sense and all. That didn't really make sense, but what Dylan explained to us when he got here is that when he designs all the kits, they always like to make sure that there are natural mounting points or natural reference points on the car when they design it. So what that means is this front piece lines up exactly with the rear edge of the bumper, and then every seam lines up with every seam. So when I was kind of talking with Calvin, I was like, it could be this way, it could be this way, or it could be angled more this way, or it could be more angled more that way. And I didn't want to start cutting these pieces until we knew exactly what it was supposed to be like. And with a couple seconds of Dylan being here and telling us, yo, he's like, line that up there and line it up on the seam, and we have this front piece cut out and ready to go, and the arch lines up perfect. We obviously still need to drill it and, you know, get it 100%, but that's going to be the story with every single piece, is we need to figure out where it's supposed to line up in relation to the like points that we're going off of. And once we kind of have that done, this thing's going to start flying together super quick. So all that starts with taping up all these fenders, getting the fender liners out, removing some side skirts, and then we about to be in this. We about to be here. The boys are back. The boys are back in town. The doctors are at work. The patients got anesthesia, baby. Time to make another wide body car in record time. Super quick. Should I cut? Lately you guys have been like, yo, I don't see any FTVs anymore. It's right here, baby. One of you guys sent me like a 12 pack of these The Doctors monsters in the P.O. box, and I threw them in the fridge yesterday. They're icy, they're ready to go. So we're enjoying a nice Doctor Edition monster as we're getting towards this. Never forget the FTB.
Yeah, I need a...
Oh, do you want me to get you like a wet paper towel?
No, I'm gonna come with me.
You want me to go with you?
Come with me. No, it's right there to the sink.
Oh, you want to use that sink over there?
Yeah. Alright.
Oh, you're just gonna hose your face off.
I'm gonna hose my face off.
Oh my gosh.
I need to get rid of all of this.
Alright, you put your face over the hose, or in the bucket, and I'll hose you.
Ah!
You gotta get more in there.
I'm trying to get in there, dog.
Wait, why don't we just use the outside hose?
No. Ah!
Oh, there you go, there you go.
Ah, there we go.
There you go.
There we go.
Good man, good man. You're so monster. So just like all the other cars we've done, this is a 2-layer fender. So we cut the first layer off, and then you leave the second layer because you cut little ribbons in it, and then that will all be pushed up, and we'll tack those to close it all the way, and then we'll like put in some seam sealer, all the normal stuff. But right now we're actually cutting some of the rear bumper because the rear bumper goes back a little bit because we have a new radius to the fender well arch, which is now our last piece of the kit. So right now we're just testing if that fits. We need to cut a little bit more right here. Yeah. Just a little bit more, so it still can't sit all the way flush. Okay.
Yeah, we will end up cutting more here and on the flange itself, like right up here. So
do we want to cut like what, a ½ inch more on the inside or more than that?
Yeah, we're gonna end up coming more throughout here, and especially because we have like that inner like plastic piece.
There's like that
here.
bracket, yeah.
So we want to get rid of like, make sure all of that comes out. So when we look behind, you know, our flange, like right behind here, that you won't see any of that stuff.
Okay. Yo, with a little bit of bumper removal trim that I didn't film at all because I was cutting.
Just a little thing.
That rear portion fits in nicely. And oh, that looks so good. First time actually seeing it right here with you guys. So I'm just kind of soaking it in the moment you guys are. I love too how like when the kit comes to an edge on the outside, it's just like a hard straight line. Like it's a very like defined. It kind of like helps get rid of all like the bubbly like waves of the car, and it still has that motion, but I really like that like flat portion on the side so that when you go ahead and you air it out or you tuck, it like just lines up perfectly with the outer lip. And just, I don't know, to me it gives more of like a dramatic effect. So now we'll do his first drill.
Oh, she good, Calvin.
I love these, some good Clecos, Cat.
Yeah, dude, they're so good.
They're so good.
We got all the Clecos in. So effectively the fender is where it's gonna sit.
Oh yeah.
Cleco, give me a Cleco. Ooh. Hashtag Team Calvin out here.
Ouch.
Gotta give her a push. Oh, dog, that looks so good. It's crazy seeing this in CAD design and seeing it in person. It translated so well. Like when we saw it on the computer, like that was one thing, but seeing it in real life, it looks just as good. And for some reason, it wasn't like a worry, but like seeing it in like 3D rendering is one thing, and seeing it in real life is a whole nother ball game.
The only thing that I really care about is this. That is printed. Oh. And this, oh my gosh, you would spend so many hours going,
yeah, that when lined up is completely smooth.
And that's printed out.
And we're a little bit short here, which is okay. But we're gonna have to just do a little bit of filler work here, which is, there's gonna be some areas where it needs to happen, but the fact that we're that, yeah, it's super spicy.
That's so spicy already.
Just imagine coming from the back and seeing the big chunk of meat hanging out.
Yeah, check out the meat from the back.
Dude, it looks so good. All right, so this is our rear fender fitment is pretty much complete. We still need to weld and tack and all that stuff, but we'll probably do that once all this stuff is off at paint. It gives us a few days to get all that stuff dialed up, make sure it's all seam sealed and all that good stuff. So now that this is done, we're actually gonna jump ahead and start tackling this front, which there are 3 pieces to do here. The reason why we are trying to do one front or one side first is that when H3 comes and scans the car, they don't need all 4 corners, they just need a front and a back. So for the wheel scan timeline, that works out perfectly. And Brembo is sending us a nice little care package for the front brakes. Hint, hint, boom, just dropped a big surprise. So we're gonna have the new Brembo brakes on this car, and H3 needs those on to scan. So we're gonna go ahead and tackle on the other side. So keep in mind, the 3 pieces, it is 3 pieces. The side skirt is 3 pieces?
Well,
we're printing them in
so
3
we're printing
pieces.
3 pieces due to time restraints, but normally what we would be doing is, it'd be large format printing, so it'd be all one piece, but we didn't have like 20 hours to print.
Right.
This time.
So there's a side skirt piece that will go right down here, and we'll go to this fender that Diego's holding. But for the moment, we don't need those side skirts to measure out the wheels, which is why those aren't here yet. We're actually getting those tomorrow. So we're just gonna get these done and this done today, and maybe jump to the other side. But that's awesome. That looks insane. I think you and I are both kind of like exhaling a little bit, because as I was kind of explaining to the camera, you know, putting it and having it on a rendering is one thing, and the math on like the CAD design was one thing, and hoping it translated to real life is, I don't know how to explain it, but like, it's just going from design to real life and making sure.
One of those things between scaling, proportions, you know, just making sure all our connections, flanges, things like that all came out correctly, and variable for shrinkage, you know, all the things that you wouldn't kind of normally think about. You know, we just had to make sure everything was good, and now we have it.
Yeah, we always have to be careful of that shrinkage, Calv, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Shrinkage is a real thing.
Yeah, shrinkage.
F for respect for all the shrinkage.
When it cools down outside,
it's always
when ambient temperature cools down, it shrinks. All right, I'll just sit here in the dark. Don't mind me. We filming out here?
Yeah.
We're missing. I'm taller than Teach. Kevin.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Kevin.
I'm sorry.
What? Is it what it's like to be tall? I don't like it.
It is.
I don't like
How does it feel?
I don't like it.
Feels good, right?
I don't like it.
You guys see over everyone.
No, I don't like it. It's too tall. Give them an update, team.
Okay.
It's been a while. We had some za. That's mine. All right.
Now you have jumpy aids.
We've had some za. Took a break. Going back to the fronts.
So right now we are sizing up the front bumper extensions. We're making sure that all the trimming on them is complete. Same story as all the other pieces, because these pieces need to be 100 million% perfect, because that is what the molds for the kit that are going to be for sale are going to be. So like, there's a lot of attention to detail has to be had when doing it. So you can kind of see Dylan and Diego are doing just some double checking and some triple checking to make sure that everything lines up perfectly, but it's looking good. Once we get both sides to fit exactly the same on both ends of the front bumper, we're gonna go ahead and start drilling them and mounting them, and then we're gonna move on to the hood extensions. But what's just weird is that the hood extensions is a new thing to all of us, to have like the hood and everything match up, whereas like, look at the rocket pony, it's all one piece, where to create that we had to do 3 pieces. So it's just a lot of like triple checking everything.
Oh!
Would you look at that?
Oh, daddy.
Still need to give some love,
Yeah,
make everything.
We knew there's going to be a flat surface just for the engineering standpoint. It's just how we had to do it.
So that lines up, and then so once that gets set, which Calvin's trim job looks to be decent.
Just tell me I'm a god already. Just tell me.
Yeah, we ain't gonna say that, but progress.
Daddy. Oh no, daddy.
Oh, I'm dirty. Bathe me.
Yeah, no.
Dude, how strong is this 3D print?
Oh, we're saving that. We're saving that.
Oh,
We already did a breakdown.
hell yeah. That's what I'm looking for. That. Got him.
What is that?
Hey, don't point that at me. I'm
What
just
do
looking.
you lost a lug nut.
Lug
Bolt.
bolt.
You lost one.
You uncultured swine. Cat.
I have them, but I got rid of them.
Yeah, exactly. You boltist. Don't point it at yourself.
You got some dandruff on your shoulder.
I'm insecure about that, Kev.
I'm sorry, it's there.
Thanks, Kev.
I was letting you
It's
know.
on the internet.
I was letting you know that was there.
I'm gonna get mine. I can't say that. Stop pointing that at me.
Easy. Oh, no.
You looked at Calvin funny. We gotta back him up.
Back me up, Kev.
Oh my god, you can't 3D printed kill. Oi! This isn't a weapon. Cal?
We're just texting the strength of 3D print, you know?
3D printed throw. Ah, hey, whoa, hey.
Satisfying, Teej.
He's dead, T. I got.
Oh my, you're gonna cut yourself on accident.
Ah! Witness me.
Oh, yeah.
And then he jumps out of the thing. No, I'm not gonna. Shout out to our boy Oscar coming in with the. I'm trying to tell. Oscar's looking. He's got our back. That's what I was trying to say. Teach.
About to cut the front. Look at how much we need to get rid of. The whole black line's gotta go. So we'll start here, then I'll just. And then go all the way down.
So TJ had a choice here: half send or full send. We know TJ, full send.
I was gonna half send, but he's gonna go full send, so.
Well, we know what our president is like.
No, it's more about precision. He's just like, TJ, yeah. You know.
I don't know what happened. I wasn't paying attention.
You could
The whole
hide.
thing is empty.
You can hide my.
Nope. Okay. Next.
All right.
Moving on. End scene. So there's one little. I guess that all.
Oh wait, no, that's a. You can unbolt that maybe. Dude, you could fit like 25s or 30s in that fender.
It's big, right? It's weird seeing it all cut out like that. This is the first time I have to cut like everything, so like it's a bit weird how it works, but yeah, almost done with this side. Not really, but cutting almost done.
Front bumper, gotta go. What is flying? What is flying around?
What is that?
I don't know. It was like a.
It's like melted.
Caught like a thread.
It's like
It's something super weird.
It just like came all over me. And then it started like flying. I'm like, what the hell?
it's like cotton candy plastic.
Well, what sucks about is cutting that plastic. It just melts and it shoots like hot molten lava pieces. Now I'm wearing short sleeves.
Yeah, and it like just burns you everywhere.
It just burns.
Just gotta get through it.
Alright, so we're going ahead right now and doing the front Cleco clips for the front bumper extension.
I thought you were grabbing the fender. What are you standing?
Sorry, I'm filming.
Which one is it? It's one of those.
What am I grabbing?
The top, the hood
The
fender.
hood, it's this one.
Got it.
Oh, look at all the handprints, how brutal. So we're gonna have to make a bracket right under Diego's right hand, but this is what it's looking like from the front portion. Looks super, super good, super, super clean. Just finishing out the last couple Clecos, and it's pretty late. It's about 9 o'clock, so I think we're gonna we might even try to drill the last portion here and kind of wrap it up tonight because we're getting tired. I've been here since 8:30, it's 9 o'clock right now, and I did a lot of stuff on the 458 that you guys weren't able to see, and I haven't filmed any of that stuff yet, so it's been a super long day. And once you like reach that threshold of like 12 hours, this gets like really hard to like focus and like actually like perform. So I'm gonna wrap it up here pretty soon. Tell me when though. Yeah, it's not aired out all the way because we don't want to take out the rest of the kit.
I'm pretty sure that's about
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of the kit. We're still missing the whole side skirt and then the wing and the front spoiler, and it looks really wonky because we don't have the front lip, and the front lip will fill out this area portion right here. But hey, that looks pretty good.
We're looking good, boys. We're looking good.
Yeah, day one solid. Day one super solid. Definitely happy with our progress. Probably stick with 19. So the stock wheels are 19s. I'll probably stick with 19s as well. We'll have some bigger tires on there and some more meat, and she's gonna air out. She's gonna sit nice and low, and we are not even close to airing out. We can air out probably another like inch or so. It'll get us a little bit lower. And then the back too, once we have the wheels on there, it'll air out, will be perfect. We'll tuck up, and she'll be a nice little low rider. We accomplished everything that we wanted to for the end of the day. It was a huge help having Dylan and their whole team there, and Calvin and I were just flying through stuff today. Mirroring it on the other side should be a breeze. But before I end today's video, holidays are coming up, and if you guys haven't secured any gifts for your loved ones, never forget that you can get 10% discount off of all of Movement's products. They got watches, they got men's jewelry.
Off all Movement watches? Ow!
You guys can always use code TJ10 and receive 10% off the whole entire website. Never forget that, and take advantage with the holidays coming up. Ending this in my closet. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out, and let's get this done before SEMA.